Hey everyone, it's Kato, and in today's video, I'm going to be discussing my favorite cheats and keyboard controls to use in The Sims 4. So if you're interested in content like this and you want to see more in the future, I would appreciate if you like and subscribe, but let's just get right into it. If you're new to my channel, hello! I play a lot of Animal Crossing, but I've recently started playing The Sims 4, and I am completely immersed in the designing aspect of this game. The large catalog of items and ability to customize almost everything is extremely appealing. But you do have to cheat a little bit to get there. At least I do. Starting off, I do have a small history with The Sims. I played it years ago as a kid, and then for a few hours when The Sims 4 first released, I played it just a little bit, but didn't really get super involved. Beyond that, I'm fairly new to the game as of a few weeks ago, so I feel like this is the perfect time to discuss the controls and cheats I've been using, so anyone else who is new can learn with me along the way. And if you're not new to The Sims, I would love it if you stuck around. Let me know what cheats you love to use, and hang out for some more design content in the future. Before getting into the cheats, I do feel like it's really important to just become comfortable with the camera controls and how to maneuver each different aspect of the camera. I have my game set to the Sims 3 version, but I encourage you to play around with both, figure out which one feels more comfortable for you to use, and choose whichever one you feel like is best for you. When I'm moving the camera, I use the A and D keys on my keyboard to move it side to side, and W and S keys to move it forward and backward. Then, in addition to the keyboard, I'm also using a mouse as well. Scrolling the center wheel on my mouse allows me to zoom in and out, and then pressing down on the wheel while moving the mouse around helps me to rotate the camera. It took a few hours for me to feel comfortable using these controls, but once you do, it really does feel extremely natural and intuitive. But give yourself a little bit of time to get used to these controls when you're first starting out. It can get a little frustrating at first, but I promise you, once you get it, it will all click and everything feels great. Alright, so you have a handle on the controls. Now let's jump in to the good stuff, the cheating. One thing I really respect about The Sims is how the developers encourage and even promote cheating in the game. It's literally on the main page when you first load into The Sims 4. And even though they're technically cheats, I feel like the developers really understand that some players just enjoy playing the game a different way, and they don't frown upon that, which is a definite plus in my book. Sometimes I just want to jump into a game, cheat my way to getting a ton of money so I can design whatever I want. And that is definitely something I really love about this game. But anyways, let's get into the cheating. First things first, you have to open up the cheat text box. And to do that, all you have to do is hold Ctrl-Shift-C on your keyboard, and a white text box will pop up at the top left of your screen. This is going to be the box where you'll type in all the different cheats that you're going to use. I normally open up my game and immediately type in all of the different cheats I'm going to use, which tends to be all the same ones each time. There are different mods that you can download that keep certain cheats on all the time if you're interested in that, but so far I really haven't found it to be too much of a hassle to type them in every time I play. The first cheat you're going to need to type in is actually the cheat that allows you to cheat. So you're going to want to type in testingcheats space true into the text box, and this will allow you to input the other cheats that you plan to use. I'll have all of these different cheats pop up on the screen and also have everything listed down in the description box if you want to refer back to it later. One cheat that I don't use very often, but I feel like it is a really important cheat, is the one that allows you to return to the full edit mode for Create a Sim. So if there's ever anything that you want to go back and change about your sim that you can't change when you're in the game, this will allow you to return to that screen and you can edit whatever you want to. In order to access it, all you have to do is type in cas.fulleditmode, hit enter, and then you're going to find the sim that you want to edit, hold down shift and click on them. This little option to the right side, modify in CAS, will pop up and you're just going to want to click on that. It'll take you right back to the Create a Sim. and there you can edit whatever you want to. Next, I want to quickly run through the different money cheats that you can use. I normally use these at the beginning of the game when I'm first starting to create a house, but I don't have to use them very often after that because I normally get enough money and then I don't need to use them again. So opening up your text box, if you're just starting and you want to just buy a house that already exists, but you don't want to pay for it, all you have to do is type in free real estate space on, and this will allow you to choose whichever house you want to for free. I feel like this is really convenient, especially if you want to dive into a specific house, maybe edit it a little bit if you're just starting out with designing, but you don't want to take on the task of building an entire house. If you've already chosen your house or lot, there are several different cheats you can use to get more money. Kaching will give you 1,000 simoleon, motherlode will give you 50,000 simoleon, and typing in money and then whatever amount of money you want to have in your account will give you whatever that amount of money is, but it will delete whatever money you already had existing in your account. So you're just going to want to type in money and then whatever amount of simoleon you actually want to have. Now, once you have all of the money that your heart desires, this is when I start building, which is definitely my favorite part. And every time before I get started, there are 4 different cheats that I turn on. The first 3 are bb.showhiddenobjects, bb.showliveeditobjects, and bb.ignoregameplayunlocksentitlement. Which sounds like a lot, but I promise you'll start to memorize all these different cheats after you've entered them so many times. All 3 of these are just going to unlock items that would normally be hidden. The first 2, specifically show hidden objects and show live edit objects, will give you access to a catalog of items to decorate with, which can be found in a menu called debug. The great thing about debug is all of these items are free to use, so if you're not using money cheats, this is a great way to expand your catalog of items without spending any more money. I find it particularly helpful for foliage and other exterior items, but there are also tons of indoor items as well. And to find the debug items, all you want to do is go into build mode. At the bottom left is your search bar. Once you've typed in all of the cheats, you just type in debug over here in the corner and all of the items will pop up for you. There is a mod available to sort debug. I don't have it installed, so things are a little unorderly. You kind of have to sift through everything, but still there's just so much in here that it's really fun to just look through all these items. Now, bb.ignoregameplayunlocksentitlement is going to give you access to items that are normally locked behind different careers. So this just allows you to use even more items without having to earn them through the gameplay. Next up is probably one of my favorite cheats, and this is the one that allows you to place objects anywhere without them interfering with other objects. So if you want 2 objects to overlap that normally wouldn't be able to, this will fix that. In order to use this cheat, just type in bb.moveobjects on into your text box. Then when moving an item, you're going to hold down Alt to move the item freely and then place it wherever you want. So say you want to overlap 2 different rocks that normally wouldn't, this cheat is going to allow you to do that. So you can really create some complex builds using this. It really helps to create a lot of depth and texture in whatever build you're doing. Some other important key controls that I use often when placing different objects are the bracket keys. The left bracket will make objects smaller and the right bracket will make them larger. I also use the 9 and 0 keys frequently. 9 is going to raise an object up and 0 will move it back down. This is helpful when trying to place items freely on a cabinet or a table, any surface really. You can raise the item up to cabinet level, then move the cabinet out of the way, place the item exactly where you want it, and then slide the cabinet or table back into place. And this will allow you to completely customize your surfaces without having to deal with the items snapping into certain locations. Combining all these different cheats really allows for some amazing customization in The Sims 4. There are even more cheats that you can use, but these are the ones that I use most frequently and the ones I feel are most important and a good starting point for designing. I hope this guide and tutorial was helpful, especially for anyone who's just starting out. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite cheat is, and if there are any that I missed that you love to use, definitely leave those down there too. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed today's video, I would appreciate if you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!